Hello again, Onky Tonks. Please excuse the picture quality, but it's a bit drizzly here in the very racist English countryside. Even in the other field back there were sheep doing blackface. Oh, terrible. How they get away with it, I don't know. Terrible bigotry. Anyway, Ricky Jones. Ricky Jones. If you don't know who he is, he was the guy, a now suspended Labour councillor, and he stood in front of a couple of thousand strong crowd somewhere in London during a protest which was attended by Amnesty International, who laughed at what he said. And he said, and I quote, "We should all cut their throats and get rid of them." Now, he was talking about you and me, ladies and gents, people whom people like him deemed to be far right and racist and hateful and bigoted, and yet there he is saying something like that. The women who were members of Amnesty International wearing the fluorescent vest with the logo on it laughed. These people are against cruelty apparently, but only cruelty against the right people, it seems. So anyway, he was lifted eventually. Now the police were at this crowd and they didn't touch him. Now if that wasn't a clear incitement to violence, I don't know what is. And that's what angers me. It's the whole two-tier policing and justice system that's currently in operation in this country. And people are sick of it. People are tired of it. And people are victims of it. People like you and me. And it's not fair. That's the whole thing. It's not fair, is it? It really isn't. People are getting away with stuff while others are walking the streets. Now, Ricky Jones was arrested eventually thanks to someone reporting him online days later. Now compare that to someone like Lucy Connolly, who got lifted hours after tweeting something stupid, deleting it and apologising. What she did tweet was stupid, by the way. It really was stupid. It wasn't subtle. And it was just daft. But still, she was arrested hours later. He was arrested after somebody complained days later. They're both in custody. She has been told she's going to receive a substantial prison sentence for what she did, even though she showed remorse and deleted it and apologised. Meanwhile, Ricky Jones this morning was in court via video link from his cell. Well, not his cell, it'll be a room where they do these things in, I believe it's Wandsworth Prison. No, is that Wormwood Scrubs? This is all public knowledge, by the way. And he pleaded not guilty. Now, what happened this morning was plea in directions. He enters a plea and then prep for trial directions date, and his trial is set for the end of January, I believe. Again, this is all public knowledge. It's going to be a 5-day trial, and then what happens that it's in the hands of 12 men and women, good and true, apparently. But I was in the criminal justice system. I was working in the criminal justice system for 11 years, and even they get it wrong. Believe you me, I've seen it. I think he's going to go for bail in December. He might get it as well. And why would he plead not guilty? I reckon he's going to get like this. He'll have his trial, plead not guilty, and he'll say, oh, he was taken out of context, or it was a metaphor, or I was emotional at the time. And he'll get off. And he probably will. And then he'll be reinstated into the Labour Party. Not a word said. Nothing. It's simply because he's on the right side of the political spectrum currently operated by the authorities, the establishment, call it what you will, the government. Even Keir Starmer, he's not at the top, by the way. He's part of it. He's not pulling the strings. He's like a puppet. He's the guy fronting the franchise, as you will. Imagine walking into a fast food restaurant. He's the guy at the till. The real people in charge are the managers upstairs, and we haven't got a clue who they are. I know this is delving into conspiracy realm, but after everything that's happened recently, you know. Now, though I appreciate Lucy Connolly wasn't kind of fast-tracked into an immediate jail sentence, other people involved posting memes, comments on social media, etc. They were fast-tracked into a jail sentence. No pre-sentence reports for them or anything like that. Prep for trial, nothing. They were told to plead guilty, and there they are now in prison. Meanwhile, this Ricky Jones fella, because of who he is, what he represents, he gets afforded the luxury, even though he's remanded in custody, of being able to plead not guilty, and the luxury of a trial. No doubt he'll have the best lawyers as well to help him, because the left and the Labour Party, well, they can't have someone like that go down for something that they accuse the right of being, can they? That's how it works, ladies and gents. That's how it works now in this country. Personally, I don't think a guy who called for people to have their throats slit and got rid of should be walking the streets. If he gets bail, I think that will be proof enough, the final nail in the coffin of a two-tier justice system and policing. The police did their bit. They could have lifted him there and then. Any copper worth their salt who knew the law, had a bit of something about them, would have cuffed him there and then while they were at that protest. Why didn't they? Were they scared of the mob? Were they scared of him? Were they scared of who he represents, what he's part of? That's probably it, isn't it? The police have an aversion with the right-wing conservatives in this country, but not so much for the left or left-wing extremist groups. They seem to be able to get away with everything. The Free Plasticine marches, they had swastika flags, they had ISIS terrorist flags, they were chanting genocidal slogans and songs from the river to the sea against the Israel lot, the Jews really, not the Israel lot. Death to Israel, you name it. They just wanted they want Israel wiped off the map. They even stopped a Jewish guy from walking or crossing the road in front of them because he looked Jewish. That's what the copper said, it's on video. It's crazy. This crazy is upside down, and I think it's going to blow up, this country, I really do. This country is going to explode. Something's got to give. People can't take any more of this. They really can't. Being victimised for telling the truth, or having valid concerns, being criminalised, locked up. Meanwhile, people like Ricky Jones can say stuff like that, and yes, again, he is remanded, but something tells me he's going to get off. Doesn't it tell you that? My bones tell me he's going to walk when he goes for bail in December, and he'll probably get not guilty at the trial, which is a shame, really. That's what I think. It's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. But there we go. Let me know your thoughts as ever in the comments. I like to read your comments. I do interact. I appreciate them, I really do. Even if you disagree, it's your right. Absolute right to disagree with me. And it's my absolute right to block you or just ignore you if you're being an arse. To all the lefties out there who are on my channel, try and be polite. You get more with honey than you do with vinegar, believe you me. And there we go, I'm past 49. Thanks for watching. Please hit the sub button if you haven't. And if you have, thank you. I really mean that. And I'll see you at the next one. Watch your trout.